at this hour, the breaking news right now, Hurricane Milton is making a landfall as a Category 3 monster storm. Let's go now to CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti. He is in Tampa. Good evening, Jonathan. How are the conditions there?
Yeah, Nora, we're really feeling the power of this storm. Wind gusts easily exceeding 80 miles per hour. Just look at it ripping through these trees. Already more than half a foot of rain has fallen. There's a lot of flash flooding when all is said and done. We're expecting anywhere from 12 to 18 inches of rainfall. We're here in downtown Tampa. You can see the roads are clear. You can really see the rain as it rips through here. For those that have chosen not to evacuate, they're going to be riding out a storm that the mayor has called unsurvivable. A number of threats, obviously the wind, you've got storm surge, and then something that we have noticed, all of the storm debris from Hurricane Helene, which hit here 2 weeks ago. This community was in the middle of cleaning up when it had to drop everything. Now you got that debris, you have this wind, you have deadly projectiles. You have thousands of first responders that are here right now staged. They are taking shelter. They are not going to be activated to any emergency calls because of the threats that exist. That means if a call comes through, is going to have to wait until after the hurricane passes. Meanwhile, 50,000 linemen from all over the country are here in Florida from as far west as California to help restore the power once the coast is clear. Warnings right now from officials that it could take several weeks. And when you look at this wind, already power outages, you can understand a big cleanup ahead, Nora.
That's all right. Already hundreds of thousands without power. Jonathan Vigliotti with that new information, and now I know going to take safety. Thank you, Jonathan. Let's go now to Vladimir Duthiers. He is also in Tampa for us this evening. Good evening, Vlad.
Good evening, Nora. As Jonathan just indicated, the storm is picking up. Hurricane Milton has made landfall. We are being inundated with water, with wind gusts that are now going to reach up to 75 miles per hour. Over in Fort Myers, Florida, where they are already dealing with cleanup from the last hurricane, there have been reports of touchdowns of tornadoes throughout the area, and that's where we find CBS News' Nicole Valdes. Nicole.
Vlad, this was the roof of someone's home ripped off by one of at least a dozen tornadoes that touched down in just a matter of hours, all while Floridians braced for a hurricane. Powerful ring camera video showing that powerful tornado blowing through trees in this neighborhood. This has been quite the scene here for so many. Our team moving further inland tonight to escape the storm surge threat that, of course, is still a life-threatening situation, while more than 100 tornado warnings blared across the state. Another threat in an already life-threatening storm. The mayor of Fort Myers fears the worst for those still in the city tonight.
I'm praying for their safety, and I hope they survive.
You hope they survive?
Yes.
Do you feel like some may not?
If we get the storm surge they're predicting, and there are people in homes along the river, especially one-story homes, I think it could be disastrous.
Now, all this debris, the shattered glass, the broken wood from beams and walls, that's adding another threat to even inland communities as hurricane force winds are expected to continue well into the morning. Vlad.
All right, Nicole, thank you very, very much. As you can see again here in Tampa, Florida, the winds have picked up. Hurricane has made landfall. We are being busted about by the strong winds, 75-mile-per-hour winds right now in the city of Tampa. The groundwater has been saturated all day long. It's going to make that storm surge, when it actually does come ashore, much, much more difficult for first responders and emergency crews to help people who have decided to stay. And Floridians have been heeding those evacuation orders, and some of them have been able to get out of the way. But heading inland isn't enough to avoid Milton. It will be a hurricane all the way across the state.